Morning students. Today we'll see about the resistance in series. Now if you see the image, I have considered a circuit which has one bulb. You can see this is a circuit and which has got one bulb. Now here what happens when the switch is on, okay, when you switched on the switch in the circuit, what happens to the bulb? It glows, isn't it? Now my question is that in the same circuit, if I fix 3 bulbs in a series, what happens to the brightness of each bulb? Okay, I've considered I have fixed 3 bulbs in a circuit. So my question is, what happens to the brightness of each bulb? Whether it is increases or decreases. So if you see the brightness, it decreases, isn't it? How it is happening? Here something is happening, isn't it? The brightness decreases when you connect to the circuit 3 bulb. Now you may be thinking because of maybe current. Okay, here the current becomes less. No, if you see at home what happens, sometimes the brightness or maybe the current fluctuates, isn't it? So that is because of voltage. Okay, current will be same but voltage becomes less. Sometimes you might have heard at home they are saying, so today voltage is less, isn't it? So if you connect the bulbs, what happens? Current will be same but the voltage will be different. So if I fix in series, what changes can see in the circuit? What are the changes you can see in the circuit if I fix in series? So we will learn that. Now if you see, so have you noticed an adapter of laptops or the mobiles? Have you seen? So if you notice the adapter of your laptop, it is written there input and output voltage. Okay, somewhere over here they write output and input voltage. Now if you see in input voltage, they give 100 to 240 volt, that is voltage, and the current 50 to 60 hertz, maybe 1.6 ampere. Now if you see the output voltage, it gives there 9.5 voltage and the current 3.3 ampere. So if you see here, input which they have given, it is in range, but if you see the output voltage, that is they have given in a single. Okay, input they have given in a range but the output voltage, it is they have given in a single form. Now how is that possible? If you see the circuit of the adapter, what you can do here, you can change the current or the voltage. Okay, if you see the adapter circuit, you can change, you can reduce the current and the voltage. How? So the circuit they have designed in a such a way where you can change the voltage and the current, but how? By changing the resistance of the circuit. By changing the resistance of the circuit. Now how can we change the current or the voltage? By changing the resistance. How can we change? So we shall learn that. So let us learn resistance in series. So first if you see, a device needs resistance 2 ohm for correct functioning. Okay, so I need 2 ohm resistance in my circuit. If you see, this is the circuit, so I need 2 ohm resistance in my circuit. And what happens? I don't have 2 ohm resistors. Okay, I need 2 ohm resistance but I don't have 2 ohm resistors, but I have only 1 ohm resistor. Okay, I have only 1 ohm resistor. Now the question is, how can I get 2 ohm resistors from 1 ohm? Did you get it? See, I need to have 2 ohm resistance, but to get 2 ohm resistance you need to have 2 ohm resistors, isn't it? But here I don't have 2 ohm resistors, I have only 1 resistors. So how can I get 2 ohm resistors from 1 ohm here? So let's consider a circuit, okay? So let us name them R1 and R2. These are the resistors R1 and R2. And let's name current as I and voltage as V. Now if you see here we have resistors in series, isn't it? So here we need to know what effect is happening in current and the voltage. What are the effects you get in current and voltage? So first let's see about the current. Okay, let's see about the current. Then we'll see about the voltage. Now if you consider here resistor R1, let's consider as I1, and R2 let's consider I2. Okay, so I'm calling R1 as I1 and R2 as I2, and the total current is I and the voltage is V. So let's see about I1 and I2. What will happen? What is I1 and I2? So in order to understand this, let's take one more example. So the current flow in series can be visualized as fluid flow in a pipe. Okay, we have considered as a pipe where the water flows. Now here if you see, so I have considered this the fluid flow in a pipe. Now if you see here, I've got a pump, isn't it? So what it does, it pushes water. Pump always pushes water. So the pump is like the battery. Okay, so in the circuit what happens? Battery pushes the current. So in the pump what happened? In the pipe water flows, isn't it? Water flows in it. So what the water flows, that is the current. So remember, pump is like a battery, the water flow is like the current, okay, and the pipe which is there, it is like a wire. Okay, the pipe which is there, it is like a wire. So the question is, this total pipe along with the pump has total amount of water as 10 liter. Okay, now this pump has water 10 liter. Okay, now isn't it the 10 liter water flows throughout this pump, and is it only 2 liter water reaches back, or it is the same 10 liter? See, the pump releases 10 liter water. Okay, now it goes and goes and goes, whether the water comes here as a 10 liter or 2 liter. Now if 2 liter to come, there should be leakage, isn't it? If there is leakage only, it will change. Otherwise how can it change, isn't it? Oh, same, the 10 liter will be back. Same likewise here the current. Okay, current also same. If you consider this is as a 10 ampere. If you consider here 10 ampere, the current flows, goes to the R1, again goes to the R2, again comes back to the battery. So this is what I spoke in the beginning. Okay, there are 3 bulbs connected in the series. Okay, there are 3 bulbs connected in the series, and the question was, why does the brightness of the bulb reduce? Isn't it? Why does the brightness of the bulb reduce? So what did we think? The current is going to reduce, isn't it? No, current is not reducing. So when any device connected in series, the current remains the same. Okay, current remains constant. So if you write this as current in R1 is equal to current in R2 is equal to current in the circuit. Okay, current which is there in R1, it will be equal to R2, and it will be equal to current which is there in the circuit. So how can you write? I equal to I1 equal to I2. So this is your current. So remember, current remains the same. It remains the same. Okay, current will not be reduced. Now next we'll see about the voltage. So let's talk about the voltage now. Now what will be the voltage across the resistors R1 and R2? Okay. Now here if you see, I have labeled the resistors. Okay. This is R1 and this will be R2. Now I have labeled the resistors end as A, B and C. Now if I need to find out the voltage across R1, okay, if I need to find out the voltage across R1, what will I do? I will connect a voltmeter across A and B. Okay, I am going to connect a voltmeter across A and B. Similarly, you connect a voltmeter across B and C. Across B and C. So this is your V2 and this is your V1. Now how will I write down this? You can write down this. V1 is equal to VA minus VB. VA minus VB. How to write V2? VB minus VC. Now you have written this, isn't it? So what is potential difference, students? Potential difference is the difference in potential between 2 points, isn't it? Now how much is total voltage in the circuit? So what is the total voltage in the circuit? So if I need the total voltage, what will I do? I will connect the voltmeter to the ends of the battery. Which are the ends here? A and the C. See, you have written here the voltage between A to B and B to C, isn't it? Now I want the total voltage. So what you are going to do? You are connecting the voltmeter to the ends of A and C. So this is the total voltage. Now but the voltmeter V1 and V2, okay, V1, V2 gives some value, isn't it? Now how this value will be equal to this voltage? Is it will be equal to this voltage? No, isn't it? So V is the total voltage of the current. So if you write V equal to, it is VA minus VC. This is the total voltage. But V1 and V2, they are connected across two different points. Voltage will be different, isn't it? It cannot be same voltage. For example, if you consider an example, there is a point A and there is a point B which has 20 volt and this has 10 volt. Okay, what is the potential difference here? 20 minus 10 is 10, isn't it? Now if you consider one more point C, what is the potential difference between B and C? C has here maybe 40 volt, okay? So 40 minus 20 is 20 volt. Because these are two different points, so the potential difference will be different, isn't it? So likewise V1 and V2 are different from each other. Okay, now there is a point here. How they are different from each other? Now what we will do, let us add these potentials. Okay, so if you add here V1 plus V2 will give you VA minus VB plus VB minus VC, isn't it? So V1 plus V2 equal to VB plus VB and minus VB gets cancelled. So what did you get? VA minus VC. Now this VA minus you have seen here, isn't it? That is the total voltage. So what you can see, V1, V2 are nothing but the total voltage. So we have same here. This is the total potential. That means if I add these potentials, okay, if I add these potentials, I will get the total voltage. That proves that this will prove voltage in a series circuit gets distributed across the resistors. Okay, the voltage will get distributed across the resistors in the circuit. Remember, voltage get distributed. For example, if you consider you have 10 volt, okay, 10 voltage. Now it will distribute across the resistors. So how you can distribute? So R1 and R2, isn't it? So R1 may be 2 volt and R2 may be 8 volt. So 8 plus 2 is 10 volt, isn't it? Now how can we know that in this particular resistor how much voltage will be distributed? Okay, in this particular resistor, how will you know that how much voltage will be distributed? So there is a method. So let's see through an example. Now you have got best friends, isn't it? So what do the best friends do? They keep on motivating you, isn't it? Now maybe you think you have enemies. You might not have, but let's consider you have enemies. What do? They pulls you down, isn't it? Now how much the enemy pulls you down, your best friend, what she does or what he does, he pushes you back, he brings you back. So likewise here, consider enemy as resistance, okay, your best friend as voltage, that is battery, and you are the current. So if you consider you are moving and moving, going and going further, you meet your enemy, okay. Consider maybe you are having here 3 ohm resistance, okay. So what your enemy does, it pulls you down. So what happens? The battery with the same speed will bring you back, okay. The resistance, the enemy pulls you, resistance will pull you down, but the battery or the voltage, what happens, it will according to the same speed, he brings you back. Again what happens, you go further, okay, you go further. Now here again you meet enemy, and here what happens, the struggle will be more because it has 10 ohm and the struggle will be more. But the same happens here, your best friend comes and he pulls you back. So the more is the resistance, the more is the potential used there to pull back the current, okay. The more is the resistance, so that much more the potential is used to pull back the current. If the resistance is less, so the same potential, okay, the less potential is used to pull back the current. Understand this? So this is the way how the voltage gets distributed. For example, if you consider, so this has 5 ohm and this has 3 ohm, okay. Now where will be the potential is used more, 5 ohm or 3 ohm? It is 5 ohm, isn't it? V1, this is V1 and V2. V1 is greater than V2. What happens here? If the resistors have the same 3 ohm and 3 ohm, okay, 3 ohm and 3 ohm, what happens to the potential which, so here the potential used here, it will be equal, okay, because 3 ohm and 3 ohm. So to pull you back the current, the potential used is here equal. Here what happens, the more which is there, that will be used, okay, that much the potential will be used. So through this we can conclude that current remains constant whereas voltage gets distributed, okay. Remember, in resistance in series, current remains constant whereas voltage gets distributed. So the voltage gets distributed, that will be depend upon the resistance, okay, that will be depend upon the resistance. Now we had asked the question, isn't it, I need 2 ohm resistance but I have only one resistor, but in order to get 2 resistance you need 2 resistors, isn't it, but I have only 1 ohm resistor. So how can we find? We shall find. So if you consider here, so we had seen the current will be same, it is constant, isn't it? So I is equal to I1 equal to I2. So what about the voltage? So V is V1 V2. Now let's consider V1 as I1 R1 and V2 as I2 R2. Now when you apply the Ohm's law, you know, isn't it, what is Ohm's law? That is V is equal to IR. Now I will consider this equation. So V, let's consider IT and RS. then V1 as I1 R2 and V2 as I2 R2. Now here what happens? The current gets cancelled. Okay. So what is remain? RS, that is resistance in series, equal to R1 plus R2. So this is the formula to find out resistance in series. Now what was my question? I have only 1 ohm, isn't it? So 1 ohm plus 1 ohm, you get 2 ohm. So you have got 2 ohm resistance, isn't it? If one resistor consists of 1 ohm, so the another one will be 1 ohm. So 1 ohm, you get 2 ohm resistance. So this is the formula which is used for resistance in series to find out the answer. How much will be the resistance in series?